If you want to see what Aaron Judge was peeking at, go to YouTube and search out at NTTFGPOD.com and subscribe. I'm Rock.
And I'm Archie.
Well, our opinions, they might not matter to some, but...
What are you doing in there?
It's a podcast.
Immature, crass, trashy. And those are their good qualities. These poor schmucks are a couple of IQ points away from eating paste. But when it comes to music, sports, and comedy, well, that's all they know. You're listening to
Not These Two Fucking Guys.
Not These Two Fucking Guys podcast.
Yes, sir.
I got a surprise for you today, man.
You do?
Yes, not only is this show fucking killer with one of the coolest fucking social media food entrepreneur.
Not one of the not one of my favorite, my fucking favorite social media
so
fucking personality.
The content food creator, funny as fuck. But not only do we have that, we have something a special treat. This is a special treat. Us coming from New Jersey, right near the stadium where we grew up, MetLife Stadium. Some people call it Jet Life Stadium. Some people call it Giant Stadium. Oh, we're Giant fans. It is what it is. But this is going to be an awesome time, and I can't wait to show you. Are you ready for the surprise?
Who do you got?
Who do we got? Yo, Rock.
What's up, buddy?
How you feeling today, my friend?
Fantastic.
Well, I'm feeling really good. Why? Because this is going to be one of the coolest pre-shows that we've ever had. I am so fucking psyched right now because for years I've been going to Jets games and I always wanted to talk to the guy who was the fucking ringleader in the stands. And today we have him. In New Jersey, if you ever hear the word gangrene, they're not talking about like the professor from the Rotten Tomatoes. Remember that movie, The Attack of the Killer Tomatoes? We're talking about we're talking about the New York Jets.
That's it.
Welcome,
gangrene,
to Not These Two Fucking Guys podcast. #1 fan of the New York Jets, Fireman Ed. What's up, brother?
How are you guys? I love the name of the podcast. First off, I love
that. Thank you.
That's pretty good.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Listen. We want to start with a hot take from you, but
yep.
I want to let our listeners know who you are and what you have done in the stands for this organization for the past over 20 years.
Yeah, I've been doing it since 1986. So
wow.
Damn. I stepped away for a few years. I was still at the games, but the cell phones, that's when the smartphone came.
Yeah.
The smartphone came, man. Everything changed. The whole game changed because now all of a sudden everybody's got a video on their phone. I remember the old days. I mean, I'm going since 1986 doing a Jet chant. So,
Jesus.
Come about 2000, I don't know, 7, 8, 9, somewhere in that range. I think it was around 8 or 9 when everybody got prevalent, where it was, everybody had a smoorphone. And then game changes because you're in the middle of, remember, football's madness. Drinking, high testosterone. It's gets a little nutty. So through the years, it's I've had my thing with different guys. Everybody doesn't love Fireman Ed. Most of them do, but not everybody does. So you always get some guys that'll be out of hand, and
of course,
when they're filming you, kind of tough. So.
And we call those guys that don't like Fireman Ed assholes. That's what they're called.
I appreciate that. You know what? My thing has always been, I am who I am, and what I say to guys is, hey, if you knew me, you wouldn't talk like that. You hung out with me, you wouldn't act. You wouldn't talk like that. But you can't please everybody, so that's just the way it is.
Rocco and I grew up 12 minutes away from the stadium.
Oh, really?
So
Where?
we're from Bloomfield, New Jersey.
Oh, Bloomfield, sure. I lived in East Rutherford for years. I'm down ashore now, only the last couple of years.
Okay. See, that's where
Nice.
we start gravitating over the Raritan. That's
Yeah,
where we
you know
start
what
to
I got.
relax.
I'm an old timer now. I mean, I'm 63. I'll be 64 in September. So,
Nice.
I
God bless
retired
you.
in 19. Retired at 60. So,
Good.
we moved down here.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you,
Good.
thank you. I feel good though, man. I don't feel that age. So, knock on wood.
We
Feel great.
we grew up going to Jets Giants games, and I can't tell you, from being in the tailgating at the Pat Tillman tailgate to I have a band.
Tillman, right there.
Yeah, there you go.
Have him on my helmet always.
That's awesome.
He's been on my helmet for a very, very long time. Very long time. Very long time. In fact, I think before he died, I had him on my helmet.
Oh,
well,
wow.
I knew his wife, and maybe it was just after he died.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I know his family. I know his brother. So great people, man.
No matter what record the Jets had, the tailgate was always strong. Oh, always on point.
It still is.
Yeah, L17, 2 years my band played in the parking lot.
Is that right?
I set up a full back line, drums, amps. I swear to God, the guy comes up to me. I'm like, fuck. I'm like, we're shutting it down. I'm like, we didn't even play one note. They're going to shut us down. Guy comes up to me and goes, hey, what kind of drum set is that? I got that at home. I'm like, oh, I guess we're good.
That's great. Good. Yeah, there's some classic tailgates in the Meadowland. It's incredible.
Tell us about maybe some of your tailgating. Any stories that we have to hear?
Well, you know what, man. I've been going there since we've been there since '84, and we used to come from Queens because I'm a Queens guy. So I grew up in the city of New York. So me and my brother used to run a bus out of Millard Fillmore's in Flushing, Queens. So we used to go over, and we used to be in parking lot D, by the the famous gate D, where the spiral, where they a lot of stuff went on over there.
Yeah.
So that's where we tailgated originally, and then when they knocked down the stadium, we're at L6. So but a lot of fun. I mean, listen, I was at the I used to do with the General Lee. Used to have the Army trucks in 16H in the old stadium. It was insane. DJs, and that's where Pat Tillman's wife was.
Gotcha.
At that tailgate. So he had some classics. I mean, that was a classic tailgate back then.
Yeah, man.
It was called Troop 16H. Randy was running it. It was great. So we've had a lot of fun through the years. But you know what? We want to win a world championship. We watched the Giants win. Since we're there, we've watched the Giants go to 5 Super Bowls and win 4. So, I mean, as Jet fans, we're starving. We're hungry. We've been in the desert forever, and this fan base is ready to rock and roll. And Aaron Rodgers, we've been in that desert looking for the water. Guess what? Aaron Rodgers just came with the water. So we're gonna make some noise. We're gonna find out if we're gonna win it. I believe we are gonna win it, but you got to do it on the field. So you gotta have a little luck, and you gotta have the football gods on your side for sure. So we'll see. It's gonna be fun. I'm gonna enjoy the journey. It started on April 24th, 2023 at exactly 4:38. In the afternoon. 8 in the afternoon. So we're enjoying the journey.
Good.
Let me ask you a question, Ed. Did Aaron Rodgers expressed his desire to play for the Jets, to be traded, and it looked like it was happening. And then all of a sudden, for a couple of weeks, they're like, maybe it's not happening. What did you feel during those weeks? You still confident?
Well, it took 40 days actually. He was on a Pat McAfee show, right? And he announced that he wanted to play for the Jets, but then, you had the delay and they're going with the trade and all of that. So what was happening was, honestly, guys, TMZ, a lot of different, ABC, a lot of different networks were trying to get my take on it.
Really?
And I said to them, I said, listen, I'm not talking until the trade goes through. There's no sense in me talking until the trade goes through.
Yeah.
So did I have my doubts? Absolutely. You always have your doubts if it didn't go, if it didn't happen, you have your doubts. And remember, you're always thinking somebody else is going to swoop in. You just never know what's going to happen. What I'm so impressed about is that he picked the Jets. That's number one. He picked the Jets.
Sure.
Yeah.
And he chose the Jets. And then number two is he embraced our history. He knows all about the suffering. He knows everything that's gone on with the Jets.
Yeah.
And for us as Jet fans, to hear him say these things and to say he pinches himself because he found like he loves it. I mean, what more could you want? You're talking about one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time.
Yeah.
Of all time. And he's got plenty left. He's got plenty left. And now he's coming in with a chip on his shoulder. So it's very exciting. It's a very, very exciting time. And, along the way, he's going to bring a ton of guys with him. This roster is far from over. This is just the beginning of what you're seeing. I mean, what happens is, they all follow the money, man. If they know there's success there and they know he's going to be successful, what are they going to do? You're going to have names that are going to come here by August. You're going to be like, whoa. This guy signed? Oh, this guy signed? So we'll see what happens.
And everything that comes along with it too. Like the merch, the fucking the stand, the money,
today they just said that NFL.com just said the number one selling jersey is Aaron Rodgers. It's the number one, the number one seller ahead of Patrick Mahomes, who won the Super Bowl 2 out of 3 years. So that's telling you all you need to know about that. So, Aaron Rodgers is coming to a great situation. This isn't like he said last year when we beat them, and he said we smoked them in Green Bay. I was actually up there in Green Bay. There was 20,000 Jet fans. So we rocked the house. I was fortunate because on his press conference, he actually mentioned me on a press conference. He mentioned Fireman Ed, which I was blown away about.
I know.
And, humbled and honored. And, but we rocked the house up there in Green Bay after the game, and he knew it. And he said, this isn't the same old Jets. This isn't the Jets that you're thinking of. Because these guys, it's all young kids that are beasts. And, sure enough, what's happening? He's here. So it's exciting.
Good.
The Jets definitely put together a really good team. And to get somebody who's like you said, one of the all-time greats now, playing right here in New Jersey. I have some diehard Jets friends, and towards the end there, we talked about all of a sudden, then there was reports that the 49ers had interest in trading for him. And I was like, oh shit. I'm like, please don't do this to my friends. Like these guys are like, they bleed green and that would be such a crushing thing for the fan base.
Well, you're right about that. And, when you really think about the Jets' history, I mean, there's been a lot of disappointment and a lot of different things have happened for years, right? I mean, that's obvious. So, of course, the guys from the outside are going, this can't happen. This is no way this is going to happen. And then it did happen. So, it's an exciting time. And, they're going to take full advantage of it. I really believe that. This is a whole nother world we're talking about here.
I think for like a hot second, they were talking about Derek Carr, right? Or I think he was like
they love Derek Carr, but they were, one thing we're not privy to what they're thinking, right? So this regime is really like shut it down. We used to hear leaks all the time about the Jets. You'd always hear something, but now you don't hear anything. And what happened was they were committed to Rodgers, so they wouldn't give Carr the actual. They hosted him, but there's a difference. You don't want him to leave the building. He was in the building. You don't want him to leave the building? You don't leave the building. To me, I wanted Carr because there was twofold. I thought he was younger.
Yeah.
And he's an excellent player. But I also didn't think that we were going to get Rodgers because I thought it was going to cost us a bundle. I mean, crazy thing. What we wound up giving him is a second and a first rounder. For that guy, no, there's so I was thinking it was going to be a lot greater. So I thought Carr was the way to go. But obviously, when you look at it now, my God, Jesus.
That's
So
awesome.
yeah,
man,
we're all pumped.
This is exciting. This is good. This is gonna be an exciting year. I mean, to
Yeah.
start from game one, I'm sure the stadium's gonna be fucking on its feet, and just the last couple of years, I feel like there wasn't that. I mean,
No.
what was it like? Maybe a year or two ago that they were pretty good, but I feel like
No,
there hasn't
they
been that
haven't
fire. That fire.
We haven't had we're not in the playoffs in 12 years.
Yeah.
We haven't been in the playoffs in 12 years.
Wow.
We haven't had a home playoff game in 21 years. 21 years.
shit.
We haven't had a home playoff game. So the atmosphere in that stadium, see, listen, I rock the house, right? Okay, so I can see the atmosphere. They asked me, what do I think's gonna happen?
Yeah.
What I think is going to happen is, if you go back to 2002 when we played in Peyton Manning, we beat him 41-0. One thing that New York, New Jersey, the metropolitan area does is they show up, especially for a winner. They show up.
Yeah.
So there's no place like Jersey. That place is going to be insanity. And now with social media and the buildup of what's gone on from 20 years ago,
yeah.
I mean, the Jet fans, you got to understand, guys, the Jet fans are starving. I mean, it's ridiculous. We've been tortured, we've been abused, we've been ridiculed. This fan base is going to come out of the. I told Woody Johnson years ago, I said, you don't understand how many Jet fans there are. I said, you know why? Because they're hiding in the weeds. Hiding in the weeds. There's nothing to cheer about. They never wear their shirts or anything because there's nothing to cheer about.
Yeah.
You're playing with the Giants. The Giants have won 4 Super Bowls, been to 5 since '86. Okay, so you're a little brother to them. That's their mindset, and not to us. The Jet fans, we're out of our minds. We want to beat the big brother up. I mean, that's just the way it is.
Yeah.
But you know what? You got to give the Giants credit. They've done what they've done, and that's fine. But the Jet fans don't care about that. The Jet fans want to win. It's our time. Everybody's had their time. Everybody's had plenty of time. How about us? Now it's our time. It's our turn. We want a turn. Everybody wants a turn. I want a turn. So
he's gonna get his neighborhood all fucking riled up. He's gonna go out.
Believe me, I have the fan base out of their minds, and rightfully so. It just means that I have to train harder. I've just been training harder, because I can't wait for September 11th. I cannot wait for September 11th. Monday Night Football. That place is gonna be rolling, and it's a solemn day.
Wow.
All my guys, I was a New York City fireman. We do a lot of things. That day's a special day, but it goes on all year, and it's been going on for 22 years for the families and all the guys that died that day, and all the families and the women, and so it's going to be very special. Of course, it's going to be a very special day.
There's a friend of mine who's a big Jets fan. I told him you were coming on. He's like, "Oh, dude, just ask him this. I said, "All right." So shout out to Sweet Lou in Bloomfield, New Jersey.
Sweet Lou.
He wanted to know, the Jets have about like 6 primetime games, because I think the Jets like they settled in. They're like a 1:00 Sunday team.
Yes.
So how do you?
That's a long time.
How do you feel that the Jets are going to adapt to that? And and the second part is, how do you feel as well? He might have thought you were a working man, so you're retired. So I think you could get there. You're okay with getting to the night game.
I'm never sitting still. I got a business that I have, and I'm still doing my thing.
Gotcha.
I just retired from the main jobs. Now, you know what the difference is, fellas? It's nice when you could retire, and when you go and work, you don't have to. You want to.
Yeah.
There's a difference.
It's a difference.
When you want to, it's enjoyable. When you have to, although when I was a New York City fireman, I would have a skip in my walk when I would go to work, because I couldn't wait to get there. So that was a different ball game. But as far as Sweet Lou, listen, the Jet fans have been waiting for this primetime games for a long time. We haven't been in primetime in quite some time. All right, not this venue. This is the most we've ever had.
Yeah.
And the fan base is, like I said, fellas, they're starving, and they're gonna show up and let Aaron Rodgers see what New York is, and New York and New Jersey are all about. He's gonna see. He's gonna see firsthand. He was in the Garden and he had an idea. Now remember, the Garden holds 19,000 fans.
Yeah.
All right. The MetLife for the Jet game is 80,000 plus. It's going to be standing room only. It's going to be insanity. Insanity.
Christ.
When he comes out of that tunnel, that place is going to erupt. It's going to literally shake. It's going to shake.
I have goosebumps right now.
And I'm going to tell you something. He may have had a good crowd in Lambeau. And listen, Green Bay Packer fans are top shelf. Love them. One best fan base other than the Jeff fan base in football. And I'm telling you, what he's going to witness, he's going to be like. I'm telling you, after the game, he's going to go, whoa.
Yeah.
Because that's how crazy it's going to be. The build-up's going to be insanity. So I'm fired up.
I thought he absolutely nailed the press conference after the trade was made. He was perfect. The answers were on point, and then he said, pointing to the Lombardi Trophy looks lonely over there.
Oh man!
And that, as a Jet fan, that had to make you go out of your friggin' mind.
Rocco, when he did that, I'm gonna just tell you something, right? So I'm 63 years old. I got guys that are, that I grew up with that are, they're still around, but they haven't gone to a game in some time. I'll just give you an example. When first off, he chose us, like I said, but then he embraced our history. And when he mentioned that he walked in the building and he looked at the Super Bowl III trophy and said, looks kind of lonely over there. He goes, do you know what my buddies were saying to me? They said, when he said he wouldn't wear Joe Willie's number because there's only one Broadway Joe, right? He says there's only one Broadway Joe. What he did was he took the hearts of the Jet fan and he embraced the fan base, embraced him from all the things, like you said. He nailed the press conference. He absolutely nailed it. He not only chose us, he mentioned the Super Bowl III trophy. He talked about that he used to watch VHS tapes of the Jets. So he knows exactly what he's coming into. And then you hear him a couple of days later saying, they said, how you doing? He said to Pat McAfee, he says to him, I want to pinch myself. Oh, baby. I mean, come on. Come on. You're playing my song. Get it all out. Let's start dancing. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Get this party started. Let's go.
Oh, man.
Oh, man, I'm fired up, bro. I'll tell you, it's May, and I'm like, I'm out of my bird.
Have you since this announcement, have you personally had this much press?
Listen, I'm honored and humbled. I get a lot of press.
Yeah.
And this is May, so it's gonna get really nutty this year. Like I could see it. It's gonna be insane. It's just gonna be insane. When I have TMZ calling me, it's gonna be nuts. So and I'm ready for it. I mean, listen, I don't do it for that. I do it because I love them, and I've always loved them. So, but that stuff all comes with it, and I enjoy all of it. But you know what I enjoy the most? I enjoy meeting all the families, man. There's so many wonderful, wonderful families, fathers, mothers, sisters, brothers that just love the Jets, and they make it a family tradition. And to be able and honored that they want to meet you and take a picture with you, I mean, that is a honor. My biggest thing, I said, I lost my brother Frankie. He was the one that carried me. There would be no Fireman Ed without Frankie.
On the shoulders, right?
He died this year, September 8th.
Sorry for your loss.
Yeah, man. So it's been brutal. He was my older brother. I looked up to him. Anyway, there would be no Fireman Ed without Frankie. But the point being, Frankie used to say, "Hey, bro, they want to take pictures with us. That's an honor." And he says, the first thing we need to do, he goes, when somebody comes up to you, put your hand out and ask them their name. Ask them their name. Yeah. Because that's important, because now you're making it personal.
Yep.
Now it's not about you. It's about the person. It's about say, hey, thank you.
Absolutely.
And I've always done that since we've gotten some notoriety, and because you want to know people, and you want to, and they appreciate that. They do. They appreciate it.
Of course.
And so it's very humbling. But yeah, there are a lot of press and a lot of stuff comes with it. But that's what I love the most. The families. I love that.
That's
awesome. That's awesome that you say that. And as the fans feel about you, you are a New York football institution, right?
I
you
appreciate that.
But,
I appreciate
no,
that.
But that's honest, and it's you've been
humbling.
doing it for so many years that if we Jets fans, you go to the game, you expect to see you like that. That's like that's something like you go to Yankee Stadium, you want to go to Monument Park, you want to go here, you want to do that. Like you go to a Jets game, you want to see Fireman Ed. So
I appreciate that. That's you know what like I said, it's humbling, and there's a responsibility. So that in itself, that was one of the reasons when I said to you when I first opened the show, excuse me, with the phones, you got to watch what you do. There's a lot of responsibility. I got a lot of little kids, looking at me, and how you react is gonna come into play, and. I have a lot. My name is Ed Anzalone. It's Fireman Ed, but it's Ed Anzalone, and my name means everything. And I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna make sure that you try to do the right thing. Listen, we're all normal human beings. All right. I like my cocktails. There's a way to do things, and we all have. Listen, I'm no angel. Okay, far from it. But. There's a responsibility at times where you gotta, so you get these idiots that are at the games and they, I mean, they're putting ketchup on you, mustard on you, and spitting on you. And it's not a good scene when you get something like that, and it doesn't happen often, but it happens because you got guys that are double fisting,
of course,
drinking, and who knows what their deal is. And the next thing, now what do you do? You got a little kid over here. You got a quadriplegic over here that you're talking to, and they loving you. And then you got this meathead that comes in and starts acting like an idiot. And how do you handle that? There's a lot of stuff that goes on. Believe me when I tell you. And you got to keep your head.
We interview a lot of MMA fighters on this podcast, and what I find so bizarre and interesting is you would think like an MMA fighter, you see them out, drinking, nobody's gonna mess with them. Like, no, the contrary. Everybody fucks with us. They want to test. They want to test us. They want to test themselves.
That's
and
amazing.
It's and like that like blew my mind. So I can imagine at a game with the fans drinking, adrenaline. People are so passionate about their team, but. Yeah, I mean, people shouldn't be acting like assholes like that.
And that's what people don't understand. That's why I say that when the guys that don't like me, they think like I left the game and stuff. That's just not the fact. That's just not. Yeah. And what they don't, but listen, I'm the one that decided that I wanted to rock the house. So that comes with it. Nobody's gonna, when you're whining, ain't nobody listening to that because you don't have to do that. You don't have to be in the spotlight. Yeah. So there's the other end of it. Okay. So I get that. So that goes along with it. I'm good with it, but it doesn't mean that you have the right to act like an idiot.
Yeah.
Okay. So you have to, you got to deal with it. And, for me, I wound up moving my seats. I'm behind the bench now because, you got to be closer to, people that pay for the seats. It's you got a different clientele. I was with the madness. I was with the madness for a long time. But you get to a certain age, you can't be with the madness no more. You just can't. Listen, you can't. I mean, it's that simple. You got to give yourself a chance. So that's just part of the progress. And fortunately for me, I've been doing it since '86. So, this is like Sports Illustrated said, this is my 5th decade doing the chant. Wow. And they said that's the longest running NFL fan in history. So that's humbling in itself. That's humbling in itself. So
and we're honored to have you on the podcast, bro. We really appreciate it.
Oh no, my pleasure, man. Good talking to you guys. And
could you let everybody know where they could find you on social media if they want to check you
yes,
out?
yes. I'm Fireman Ed 42 on Instagram,
Okay.
and I have a podcast, NYJF, New York Jets fans podcast. It's Thursday nights.
Awesome.
Perfect.
Podcast on YouTube, NYJF.
Okay.
I'm with Rob Carpenter, who was a former wide receiver for the Jets.
That's
Rob's
right.
a great guy, and Kevin Sirkin and Jason Capel. So we have a ball, and we have some laughs, and we look forward to it. So, but I always try to go on the podcast and go on. I really enjoy this one. I try to do the right thing for people because that's what it's all about.
You're a stand-up guy, man. You know,
You are. You're a good dude.
You try to do the right thing, right? I mean, listen, mom and dad raised me the right way. So, when you get some fame and you go up the ladder, remember, you gotta remember where you came from. Never forget where you came from. So
we're gonna leave
you're
off
never
on
too
that
big
one.
for anything.
Listen,
you're never too big for anything.
I just want to say one more thing before you go.
No, I'm in no rush, guys. So whatever you want to do, I'm good.
Everything you said about Aaron Rodgers, awesome, and I believe what you say, and I hope that the Jets have an awesome season. I think he went to the Jets because he just has a shitload of green underwear and he wasn't fucking changing. That's just my opinion.
Hey, well, you know what? Whatever works. If that's the case, I'm good with it because, like I say to everybody, as far as green, when I die and I leave this earth, the autopsy, when it comes back, I'm gonna say my blood was green.
Yeah,
baby.
Ladies and gentlemen, the great Fireman Ed. Check him out.
All the best, fellas.
Follow him. Check out his podcast and look for him behind the bench leading the fucking New York Jets this year, buddy.
I love that name of your podcast. You guys are the best. I love it.
That's awesome.
I'll come on
We'd be
anytime,
happy.
guys. Anytime.
That's awesome. We're gonna take you up on it.
We're gonna take you up on that, man.
You got it, and I'll deliver.
Awesome. Have a great time, brother.
You too. All the best, guys.
All right. Bye-bye.
Jets.
Take care.
Leave meeting. Not as good. Come open those.
Yo, Rocco.
By the bottom.
What's up, dude?
Oh, today's a good one. I'm excited for this one. You ready?
Super excited for this
All
one.
right. Well, our next guest is from the streets of East Boston, a food and recipe content creator that has a knack for turning ordinary ingredients into delicious dishes that will leave you begging for more, like your sister, Rocco. Welcome to Not These Two Fucking Guys podcast, Prosciutto Papi. What's up, son?
Let's go. Hey, that was a good intro. I like that. Just drinking a little espresso start the day.
Very
nice.
Good. Very good. Very
nice.
Good. Thanks for coming on, man. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Rocco, I've been seeing his DMs for a little bit. We've been pretty busy over here. It's been hectic. So, but we got the time and date.
I know you're a busy dude. I was telling Archie about, yo, you got to check this guy out. Him and his friends. I'm like, they're the most entertaining shit on social media. And I love it, dude. Really love it.
Appreciate it. Yeah, I do everything with my best friend Tommy G. We both grew up together playing street hockey, baseball. He used to wear fucking soccer cleats to baseball. So I always knew him for that. But yeah, now we're doing this shit every day, every single day.
Yeah, so like
awesome.
So Rocco put me on to you, bro, and I've been looking a lot of your videos, and it honestly, it is mouth-watering, like a lot of shit that you're coming up with, brother. When did this come about? How did you get started? And tell us where you are right now.
Appreciate it. So yeah, to be honest, before I knew, it really all started. I lived with my grandmother. She raised me. And being young, she she took me in. It was just me and her, and she quit her job, so she really only had like food stamps and social security check every month. So I grew up eating fucking like pizza English muffins, literally like sauce, cheese, English muffins, and just breakfast sandwiches, and literally cheese, lettuce, like a BLT sandwich, just simple stuff like that. So that was always home. But now later on in life, she passed away. My dad ended up like giving away the apartment. So I was in high school. I needed a place to live. Lived at my aunt's, and tried to be a Boston cop. Didn't work. So I had to go to the military route.
Okay.
Did that. Reserves. I did that for. I did a train. So the way reserves works is you do your training, then you come home.
Mm-hmm.
So I came home and I still had no place to live. So thankfully, my older brother let me stay in his 1-bedroom. He had a 1-bedroom apartment. So I was living on his couch for a few months, and that's where I really had to like cook and survive. Like I literally had to cook to survive. And he knew a lot of stuff, but he never really worked in the kitchen. But he's just one of the most talented people I know, and he taught me a lot. Eventually, I got into the post office for like 6 months of living with him, and got my own place. Met my ex-girlfriend out to dinner, and by that time, I knew I can cook a little bit. I invited her over, and the rest is history. The rest is history. She was a little influencer, and she told me, she's like, you really should be making videos. You're hilarious. You can cook, and like obviously, like you're handsome. So I mean, shit.
Come on.
When she first told me, I kind of laughed in her face. I'm like, listen, I'm in the military. I'm in the post office. I got no time. I work 10 hours a day, and I just kept cooking for her. And then she was like, listen, today we're making a video. She filmed it. And it was this dopest video, so sick. And then I just keep cooking for about 2 weeks. She's filming a video like every other day. So after that, we got about like 15 videos made. We didn't post anything.
Yeah.
And the next month, Drake dropped his Certified Lover Boy album. I like Drake. And his handle is Champagne Papi. And I just threw together prosciutto. I was like, I'm Prosciutto Papi. And started fucking posting. Awesome. Started posting 2 videos a day. She knew like an algorithm that was like working. It was a trended sound, the right hashtags, and the key was to post off the feed. Dude, in about 2 months, two and a half months, I hit 10K followers on Instagram.
What does that mean actually? Post off the feed. Like what does that mean?
So you could post it and it won't show up on your Instagram feed. It will go to people around you. But I guess that's like not a thing anymore. It was great. We hit it. Oh, it was so meant to be, man. It was so meant to be.
So yeah, so you just hit like at the right time and you had somebody that was knowledgeable behind you that could actually direct you.
I like to call her the Chris. She's a Chris Jenner. That's what I like to say. Fucking genius.
There you go.
She's fucking. We're still good friends.
Yeah.
She's one of the dopest people I've ever met in my life. She changed my life truly. So I'm always grateful for that. And we work together. You know what I mean? She helped me create this, and I can never forget that. So always provide her opportunity to make money as well, because it's my full-time job now.
That's fantastic.
That's something that like I actually wanted to bring up, because we had, I don't know if you know this dude, we had Wood, Fire, and Whiskey.
No.
Check him out. He's pretty. He does good shit. More like
Wood,
like
Fire,
barbecue.
Whiskey?
Yeah, Wood, Fire, Whiskey. Shoots like 4K video. Fucking edits the shit out of it. One man shop. Fucking great food. So I wanted to get behind like what he was doing, like as far as like. So like you're monetizing this, like you're going for this. You're putting your eggs in your bed. This is what you fucking do, right?
Oh yeah. So there was a point where the post office, luckily I delivered in East Boston. So I would, to be honest, I finessed my way. I would do my route, come home, go shopping quick, come home with the fucking truck out front and make a video in a half an hour and edit it. Cause like she obviously like she did it at first. And then of course she showed me how to do it. Now I edit everything myself, and it's been like that. I've only created this page a year and a half ago. So I've been editing. She probably edited like the first month of everything.
Okay.
But then I got the hang of it.
Where do you get the inspiration for the food that you make? Is this stuff like you and your friends eat? Because a lot of the stuff, like you have a lot of Italian stuff. We also have a lot of stuff that branches out, which is really,
just
really
random
cool. That's why
random shit. So yeah, like I always tell people, like, I'm not a chef. I make just whatever the hell I want. Like that's why I don't, if you notice in my videos, I don't post recipes. Like I'll just post the step-by-step. It's either you like it, you want to follow it. Because I'm not a chef. I'm not going to provide you a recipe because I don't know if I'm doing it right. Like I literally don't. So Italian stuff, yeah, because that's kind of trendy. It flows with the name. I do it. I love Italian food. Grew up eating it. And but there is some wacky shit that I'll see on Instagram trending, and I'll just make it. And that's just the algorithm right now. You just gotta fucking go with whatever's hot, do your twist on it.
And it's not just not just the food that you make, but like your personality, you and your friends, and like you have enough, you put just enough like humor and like coolness to it to really appeal to people. And that to me, that's the art.
It is definitely, because that's just me being authentic. I've always had this swagger to me. I've always just been this way. Like I always said the craziest shit and just wild the way my mind thinks. To be honest, I've literally, it sounds crazy, but it's something like I was born, my parents were both addicts when I was born, both heroin addicts. So right away from that, I already know I'm not normal. You know what I mean? Coming from two parents like that, my mom went right to a halfway house. My dad went right to jail, and my grandmother raised me. So,
Gotcha.
And my mom always tells me, she was like, when you were coming out of me, the power went out. And it's like right away, I'm like, I'm fucking different. Like, I'm destined.
Wow.
Something.
Yeah, there's something going on.
Right.
We could go either way. But it's good that you're choosing, like you found something that you love. And
definitely.
You could make some scharol doing it too, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely. I was fucking so blessed right now, man. It all comes back to my ex-girlfriend Kayla. Like she's the one who showed me, like, yo, you don't need to live a 9-to-5 life, because I've been working since I was 15 years old. Like just at a summer camp, and then through high school, I had to work 2 jobs. I tore my ACL. There was a lot of downtimes, but like now it's fucking. I'm genuinely so happy. Like it's just I'm so blessed. Gotta cherish the present and live just day by day. Can't worry about a fucking 20 years from now if I'm gonna retire from a job,
Yeah.
Sure. And I think what to me, what attracted me to your page and your videos is it's very authentic. Like you're not, it's like this. I'm like, I don't know him, but I guarantee this is who he is. He's not playing a character. And so I have a very short attention span, but the other night, like this is going back a little bit, like I literally watched almost every one of your videos, but it was like entertaining. Like it kept it like very entertaining, and the length of them is like perfect. It's not like a half an hour cooking display.
Yeah.
Right. So did you initially? Nah, man, I mean it. Did you initially find like the sweet spot of like, okay, I'm gonna make these videos this amount of time long, and we're gonna do this many things, like, or is it like just touch and go?
So for the longest time, Instagram only gave you a minute for reels.
Yeah.
And I've been trying to squeeze. Sometimes I would skip some steps. That's why I don't list recipes, because sometimes I would generally skip some steps to fit it in a minute.
Yep.
But now, and then one day I realized, I'm like, wait, I have a minute and a half now. I think he just left. Did he just get dropped?
Yeah, I think he might have did a fat finger. He might. We could if you want to give him 10 seconds, 15 seconds.
Yeah.
Oh, here he comes. It's on.
See you back, Rocco, buddy.
Rocco, you fucking schmuck. Hey, you.
Sorry, I fucked up.
On his tombstone. Go ahead, brother.
That's what I was gonna say. Sorry, he fucked up.
Yeah, that's what it's saying. His tombstone.
Yeah, so really, dude, in the beginning, it was just I only had a minute. And one day, like a month ago, I realized I have a minute and a half now. So I just, like I was saying, I used to have to skip some steps to fit it in a minute. So, but no, it's all just, it definitely is all organic. I'm just myself, and there is some times where I'll fucking do a little extra, like exaggeration on a voice, like, of course, you know what I mean? Like, like, but everything I'm saying, that shit's all authentic. Like, it's just me.
Yeah, that's the whole point. It comes from you.
Yeah.
It comes from, like, it's, I like you're not a chef. but you're you,
Nah.
and you're putting
Right, I'm just me. It's like if you don't like my videos, don't watch. But if you fucking enjoy them, watch. But I'm glad, Rock. I'm glad you said you watched. I'm glad you said you watched and you watched a lot of them because honestly, everyone's content after you keep showing it gets cringy. Like there's times where I keep watching my shit. I'm like, dude, this is fucking horrible. Like it's just cringe. But that's just content. You can't watch everything. It's like after 10 minutes of watching it, you're like, what is this? What am I doing?
Speaking of content, I'm scrolling through your Instagram, right? And I'm checking out your thumbnails. Your thumbnails are like fucking you porn for food. They're just fucking, bro. like I'm just looking at them and I'm just like, oh Maron, I would fuck, bro. Now are you taking, just curious because I'm in video production, that's why. Like, are you taking someone taking stills? Or are you taking like screen captures from your video, like to like finished products and shit?
So the finished product, fucking, I have I don't like my kitchen's not too crazy big. There is a window in my kitchen, and then there is like a nice little countertop where I open my back door, and it's all natural sunlight, and I'll fucking just get the photos right there just from myself. And people underestimate like the app, like iPhones, like the cameras are so good, good now.
Yeah.
So photos, video, you shoot on 60.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, it's everything's myself. Everything's my phone.
Now, how about going back to like you say like maybe like you might skip a step or right? Like, do you get any haters? What the fuck is this? Like, what do you?
Yeah. I just did a fucking chicken piccata. Some dude was like, oh, there's butter in chicken piccata. I'm like, I know. I fucking just did the grocery shop. When I got home, I fucking forgot the butter, bro. I know, but it's like it's still heat. It's still gas. But like, whatever.
But you said that in the video. You're like, I fucked up. I didn't get the butter.
Right. I'm like, oh, usually you put butter in this, but I fucked up. Right. People just like talk shit. Whatever.
Oh, of course. I mean, once you put yourself out there, man, like it's, obviously we hear it too sometimes, like with certain guests or things we say. But I mean,
I like to bust balls, so I do like to answer and just chirp back. Some of them that like there's a little fucking funny hate comment, I guess. I like to give it a little back.
Yeah, it's like, why don't you come to Boston, motherfucker?
Right. I love it. It'd always be people that like take pictures of their bicycles or fucking jet skis. It's like, go ride your jet ski. What the fuck?
Yeah. It's funny you say like watching back your stuff and you feel like cringy. Like Archie and I, we're best friends and we got together doing this because we just bust each other's balls. And, like I go back like the first season. We're like interviewing people like MMA fighters. Hey, remember that time you punched that guy in the face? And I'm like, oh, my, take it off our catalog. Don't let nobody see that shit.
Hey, so you guys gotta check out my me and my buddy Tommy's YouTube. It's content. So like that's what we'll do. That's our long-term goal is building up this whole network. And I don't know if you guys seen the deli skits we've been doing, but they're blowing.
Yes.
Blowing.
Yes.
I was
gonna.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
So it's just a balance of doing my own stuff and then really building the future of everything. Because I enjoy acting more than cooking, 100%.
Yeah. So that's exactly kind of what I wanted to bring up in this interview. Like I wanted to see, this is where you are now. Where's Poppy? Yeah. Where's Poppy going? I mean, you got fucking merch too, bro. Look at this. I love it.
I got some. I got to get my merch back up because I don't fucking financial status is a little rough. I live on my own. I live in the city, so it's tough to especially start up a business.
Yeah.
I remember there was some time, like 6 months ago, I got a fucking like $100. It was like $100 a month to keep my site, like Shopify, everything up, and I was like, dude, I got fucking 150 in my checking account. I gotta shut it down for a minute until the money's right. But thankfully, it's coming in now, so we got to get it going again.
So this is something, without getting too personal, this is something that like you can monetize off YouTube and Instagram and Facebook and everything. Like, is this where like checks will be coming in monthly and shit?
So it's brand deals. It's not really through Instagram, like the actual Meta, like the Meta app itself. It's all brand deals. It's all like independent. I do everything independently. You know what I mean? No one brings deals. I do everything myself.
And people like you'll even get maybe like some type of, I don't know, like sponsors or anything like that, or
Yeah. I do a lot of stuff with Dave's Hot Chicken. I don't know if you guys know Dave's.
I saw you do a thing. Let's get with that.
They sponsored our first pop-up event. We had over 300 people that showed up. Me and my buddy Tommy. It's dope because he has his own thing, I have my own thing, and we both fucking have such a big impact in the city. So it's great to be able to do what we do. And another big thing where money comes into is restaurant reviews. It's honestly a good part I enjoy. Showing up, getting paid to eat. I feel like Guy Fieri, just a knockoff version.
That's great. So there's a good chance that like you walk around in Are you in East Boston now? You're from there? Are you there now?
Yeah, I'm still here.
All right. So like you walk around a little bit, people will be like, yo, like they know who you are.
All the time.
So you're a fucking hometown hero. I love it. I love it.
That's gotta be cool.
Right now. Yeah.
How's it feel?
It is. It really is. It's crazy because I mean my buddy, I mean, he started to really get noticed. Like I remember how long ago? A year and like 2 years ago? When we would go to like this little bar and everyone's noticing, we felt like the shit. But now it's like, bro, we can't even like Celtics games. It's like, dude, lines of people coming to us. It's fucking insane.
That's pretty cool.
It's awesome.
That's pretty
It's
cool.
awesome.
Yeah, man. To know that you guys built some shit up and you're getting, some recognition for it. You know what I'm saying?
So our next goal is to just get on the jumbotron or throw a first pitch at a Sox game. That's what because we know 75% of the people in the arena or the Fenway Park knows us. Like at least 75. Am I wrong? 75% at least.
That's fucking great.
I saw your post from opening day at Fenway. Looked like a really cool time.
It was awesome.
And I'm sure it's all I shouldn't say all, but most positive feedback you get from people. Obviously you meet some people that are jerk offs when you're out, but how's the love been from the Boston people?
Oh, dude. Hey, the love's great from Boston. The love is out of this world, and it's great because we're from here. Like all we know is Boston. All we know is Boston sports, and it's like we get treated like fucking the athletes because athletes are the biggest celebrities here.
Yeah,
and it's right now it's like the athletes, and then it's fucking us. Like to be honest, it's crazy because like Mark Wahlberg's not here,
like Ray Donovan.
Yeah, Ray Donovan. No, that's awesome, man.
So what is the because I watched your skits with Tommy, which are super, super funny. What is the YouTube page for people to go to get that?
Wait, what was the question? Where's the YouTube page?
Yeah, what's the handle of the YouTube so people can go see those skits?
Oh, it's content at ITSCONT.
Okay.
NT.
Can we get the camera on Tommy for a hot second, bro? Where's Tommy?
What's up, buddy? How we doing? What's going on?
What's up, pal?
What's up, cousin?
How are you?
How are you?
Let me turn it this way. What are we doing?
All right, bro. My name's Archie. That's Rocco.
What's going on, guys? How we doing? Oh, let me get that.
What's up, man? Now we were
that's
right. That's all right. Listen, I'm bald underneath here, bro. You got a great head. You got a great head of hair. Don't worry about
it. I appreciate it. Thank you.
No,
what's going on?
Rocco turned me on to you guys, so we're really digging a lot of the shit that you guys are coming out with, man. You're putting out some massive content and funny.
Thank you.
Super
relatable,
funny. Super funny.
Like, there's a very good chance that if we grew up in the same city, we would probably be fucking friends because you guys are.
Oh, probably. Yeah, you guys seem like good guys. Where are you guys from?
We're in Jersey.
We're from Jersey.
Oh, Jersey. Gotcha.
Cool. This conversation, if this conversation is so Italian, if it had a smell, it would be designer cologne, garlic and oil, and fucking bad decisions. That's what this conversation would be right now.
Prosciutto Papi's cooking too.
We appreciate it, bro. Like we really dig you guys, so we just want to spread the word around us, bro.
No, thanks for watching the content. I mean, if it wasn't for people watching it, we'd be fucking working at fucking Massport Union 6 to 2 workers. So
yeah,
well, I appreciate it.
Absolutely. All right.
Yeah. All right, hey, you can have him back. They're done with me.
Pleasure to meet you. What's up, though? You guys created those hats?
Yeah, we fucking. This was just like this. This isn't the final product, but this was just one of the first replica ones we got.
Dope.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right.
Little
pretty
cease
cool.
and assist coming soon, but
Yeah.
fucking
Nice.
come
That's how you
get
get
me.
noticed. That's how you
Come
get
get me.
noticed.
Come get me.
I mean, who knows in the future? I mean, do we see a fucking Prosciutto Papi food truck? Do we see a
The food truck's tough. Like honestly, the whole food world is just tough right now. It's tough to start a restaurant business and make money.
Sure.
Like it really is. It's gonna take years to make your money back, to be honest.
Yeah.
And I mean, I definitely have the name for it. Like if I had like the right people to invest in it, but I don't want to commit myself to working a food truck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if
I
the
see
time was
more-
right and someone's like, let me use. What was that?
I see more a sitcom for you guys than a food truck.
Oh, right. I got bigger plans. Like I was in the military. I fucking quit the military because of the vision I have. It's like I can't be I can't be stuck into that. I got way more stuff to do in life, you know.
That's good.
That's awesome.
The ambition's there, bro.
But if these investors around me were smart, would come up to me and would say, "Hey, listen, I'm going to use your name for this thing. You don't have to do a thing. Here's fucking 15% equity." You know what I mean? Like that. There is a market for it. I don't want to do that work. I really don't.
Sure. So what? If you can reveal, what is your overall vision? What's your end game for this?
Still a good question. I mean, basically, there is no end game. There really isn't. I could say basically Dave Portnoy or Barstool, but or I could be a fucking fashion designer the way these hats are going. So I don't know.
Yeah.
There you go. Where can people get the hats?
Right now, people can get the hats. We're doing the first event was in person only. We wanted to test our following, and the following was there because there was at least 50 people outside waiting an hour before. So I think we're doing in person again, June 10th at the Grand, the best club in Boston. June 10th, 6:30 to 9 p.m. Little after party at the club, and then we got Nikki and JoJo Scarlota coming out from New York, the twins, two good guys coming to show up. Yeah,
nice, really cool, bro.
Arch, we're gonna buy hats and we're gonna do a skit where we're gonna wear our hats in New Jersey, and Yankee fans are gonna beat the shit out of us. What do you think?
Yeah.
Hey, do you guys know Nikki and JoJo?
I don't know them. I know of them. Yes.
Of them. Yeah, they're good. They're good dudes. They're real good dudes. We film a lot of good content with them.
Yeah, they're very funny.
Did you ever? And I could be wrong. Sorry if I'm wrong. Did you ever do anything with Corey B?
Corey B. I don't know who that is.
He's a big content
he?
creator. There's a show called Kane and Corey. He used to be on 92.3 in the city until they got fired. But he's like he's really foremost. He's a content creator. So I just thought you did something with him. But you check him out. He's
Corey B. And then I got that wood smoke dude too. I'm gonna check out
Wood Fire and Whiskey. Yeah, check him out.
Wood Fire Whiskey.
And it's okay. Listen, I always look at good artists borrow, great artists steal. What's up, bro? Just fucking. We look at all people's podcasts and see what's going on and what's what looks good, and
right. Yeah, you got to do your homework. That's everything.
Man. All right, brother. This is fucking. This is fucking awesome, man. I really, we really wish you the best of luck with everything you do, man. And you and Tommy.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah,
appreciate it.
Hopefully, if we're ever around in the vicinity, we'll stop by. We'll hang out, bro.
Yeah, no, definitely. Might make our way to New York soon. We always go to Brooklyn. That's where we got a lot of people in Brooklyn. A lot of collabs out there.
Let us know. We'll show you all the restaurants.
Oh yeah, definitely, especially in Jersey. Have you ever been to a Calabria pork store? Have you ever heard of that?
Calabria's pork store.
I think it's on Arthur Ave. I think that's New York.
No.
Yeah, that's New York.
Yeah.
We
got a lot.
Go ahead, Rock.
we got a lot of spots by us in like northern New Jersey, like a lot of cool joints. But we have a lot of pork stores by us too.
Yeah, no, I bet you got to send me some photos of the stuff you guys eat over there. It's probably the same stuff. Definitely, probably better there though. To be honest,
We like going. We go to a restaurant that just fucking one of those things like I don't know if you ever heard of like Newark, New Jersey, but like the Prudential Center's down there where the Devils play. But like there's like a restaurant heading down there, but cash only. Fucking, it's not that expensive. Homemade Italian cooking.
Nice,
you know
nice. Yeah, those are the best. Those are the best.
Yeah, like that type of shit. So when you come
The
by,
Devils are still in it, right? Yeah. Who are the Devils playing right now?
They're playing Carolina Hurricanes. Game 3 is tonight. They're down 2-1.
Damn. Yeah, Celtics game 5 tonight too.
Nice. You're going to the game, you said?
Maybe. We'll see if the tickets gets into my phone. It's always a 2 or 3 hour thing before we'll know.
Yeah. All right, man. Yeah, we wish you the best of luck, you and Tommy.
Yeah. Thank you, guys.
One more time, where can everybody find you?
At the Prosciutto Papi Instagram, at its content YouTube, at the Prosciutto Papi YouTube as well, and at Tommy Garino, TikTok, Instagram, everything.
Nice.
Thank you, guys.
Awesome. Thank you very, very much. Hopefully we meet up down the road someday.
Hopefully, Rocker, you got to send me the link when you got the poster, so I'll repost it.
Absolutely.
You got it. I appreciate it, pal.
And if you want to, you could just screenshot a photo of me or whatever and just make a thumbnail if that's easier for you guys.
Yeah.
All right.
All good. All right, brother.
All right. Thank you, boys.
Stay well. Thank you very much.
Have a good one. That, my friend, was Prosciutto Papi live from East Boston.
And Tommy G.
Yo, I'm not even joking around, bro. You look at his fucking. I'm just scrolling through his like the thumbnails on his Instagram page. My mouth is watering. I'm like,
dude, he's got the dopest shit, bro.
Yeah, he's funny. You can tell he's characters. You can tell if we were fucking up there and down here, and they were down here. We would be friends with those knuckleheads.
No doubt. They're like the Boston. I wouldn't say the Boston version of us, but pretty close.
Oof, the corn with the fucking. Oh my god. Oh well, street corn. Yeah, this guy's. You got check this guy out, bro. Prosciutto Papi. Just Google his fucking name. He's out there. With that being said, Rocco, what do you have to say to the people?
If you just heard us talking to Prosciutto Papi, you're tipping them back and getting a little sloppy. It feels like the water is getting a little choppy. And you threw up, so now you have to go get a moppy? Then you just listen to Not These Two Fucking Guys podcast.
We out.
If you just heard us talking to the Prosciutto Papi and you're feeling a little sloppy and you want to get some fucking guapi, the fucking guapi.
Oh, Nappy. Papi.
You just heard us talking to the Prosciutto Papi. You're tipping them back and getting a little sloppy, but you don't want to throw up because you don't want to go out and get the moppy.
Fuck it. We'll just go right to his tailgate.
Let's go to fucking his tailgate. Hey, man.
Hey, Fireman Ed! Five minutes is behind you out here.
I'm gonna need you to leave.
Get the fuck out.
I'm gonna ask security Dan to get you out.
Yeah.